What is up guys, Marches back here in the studio. Today we'll be comparing the Kobe AD Exodus versus the Harden Volume 3s. So I'm comparing this because it's kind of in the similar price point, around 7,200 pesos or 7,400 pesos. But before we begin the comparison, just a friendly reminder, join the raffle, the link is in the description down below. Ring that bell, the notif, and subscribe button down there, and like the video. So let's get on to the comparison. If you want a more detailed review on each of these shoes, I will put the link up here, and that's the full performance review of both shoes. Today we'll be comparing the uppers, the traction, the cushion setup on both shoes. This is the two most saleable sneakers that are out now. A lot of teams are wearing the Kobe AD Exodus, at the same time the Harden Volume 3s. So let's start off with the upper. The upper of the Kobe AD Exodus is a multi-material upper. It has mesh, nylon, felt fabric all around the shoe, and synthetic leather. For the upper of the Kobe AD, lateral and medial part of the shoe, it's very supportive. Only down part of the Kobe AD Exodus is the toe box area, which has a really thin mesh upper. Aesthetic reason for me, I was kind of bothered how it was rippling a bit. Still supportive on the joints of your toe. If you're a wide footer, I think it will fit you perfectly because there's a lot of space in that toe box. While the Harden Volume 3s has a textile mesh upper, it's an engineered mesh. It's very supportive too. It goes all throughout the upper, and it has some fused plastic on the toe box, on the medial part, and on the lateral part. So you're very well supported, and the mesh upper doesn't stretch that much. Which upper would I recommend for you? I like the upper more of the Harden Volume 3s because it's more balanced and structured. Feel more supported in the Harden Volume 3s. One of the reasons there is because of the lacing system. That's another difference between the two shoes. The Harden Volume 3s has a thong and a traditional lacing system. Comparing it to the Kobe AD Exodus, it's like a semi-booty upper. Fit on the Volume 3s, for me on a regular footer, fits me very well. Slight edge on the Harden Volume 3s for the lacing system and fit. Now let's move on to the back part of the shoe. The heel counter on both shoes is quite nice. It's quite similar. Very low profiled heel counter. The Kobe AD has thicker Achilles pillow. So if you're new to this channel, I really like the thick Achilles pillows that are out now. I don't know why it's lacking on the Volume 3s. Just one of my problems with the Volume 3s, but don't get me wrong, lockdown is still good. You just have to crank up the lacing system of the Volume 3s. Not that much different on the lockdown, but there's a slight advantage on the Kobe Exodus. So now let's move on to the cushion setup. The Kobe AD uses an injected Phylon carrier all throughout the shoe, and there's a zoom unit at the back. You can really feel the impact protection there, especially after breaking it in, and there's enough bounciness. But the Phylon is not that thick. What Kobe really likes on his shoes, low profile, court feel is good and very responsive. Comparing it to Volume 3s, it has a full boost setup. Impact protection is excellent. Court feel and responsiveness is also excellent. Overall, the cushion setup, I would prefer the Harden Volume 3 full boost setup because in the forefoot of the Volume 3s, that's the big difference. There's bounciness and impact protection, not sacrificing the court feel and responsiveness of the shoe. Harden Volume 3s for the cushion setup, no doubt. Now let's move on to the traction outsole on both shoes. For outdoor use, the Kobe AD would be better. It has a thicker rubber comparing it with the Volume 3s. And for a clean court, indoor clean court, both shoes are really excellent, biting and squeaking a lot. On the dusty court, the advantage goes to the Kobe AD. The Volume 3s picks up dust a lot quicker comparing it with the Kobe AD. So take note of that. It's really up to you. You should know where do you play more, outdoors, on a dusty court, or a really clean court. Pick your poison. Both of these shoes have really good traction and rubber compound, just that you have to wipe a lot on both shoes on the dusty court. So take that as a grain of salt. As for the fitting on both shoes, if you're a regular footer like me, half size down the Volume 3s, true to size on the Exodus. If you're a wide footer, go half a size up on your Exodus, true to size on your Volume 3s. So pricing wise, like I've said, similar. So which shoe would I prefer for this comparison? I feel like there's more advantages for me on the Harden Volume 3s. I like the cushion setup more on the Volume 3s comparing it with the Exodus. I think that's what won me over. It's the cushion setup of the Volume 3s. All throughout the shoe, similar structure, very supportive. Lockdown is good, the fit is good, just the cushion setup. So that's it on my comparison between the Kobe AD Exodus and the Harden Volume 3s. I hope you like it. If you have any questions or any comments, leave it down below. I would gladly answer them and get back to you as soon as I can. So don't forget to hit that like button again. This has been Marches, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.